2025 is shaping up to be one of the strongest years for action films in over a decade. From Marvel epics and brutal revenge thrillers to spy dramas, crime sagas, and hilarious reboots, this year has it all. Today, we're counting down the top 6 best new action movies of 2025 that you can't miss. Let's dive right in, starting with number 6.
Oh, no, stop it. Wow, that hurt. That one hurt the most.
At number 6, we have Novocaine, a wild, adrenaline-filled ride starring Jack Quaid and Amber Midthunder. Meet Nate, a painfully average guy who has one unusual medical condition. He cannot feel physical pain. For most of his life, this has been more curse than blessing. It alienated him, isolated him, and made him feel like an outsider living in a world he couldn't physically connect to. But everything changes when the girl of his dreams, played by Amber Midthunder, is suddenly kidnapped by a violent criminal syndicate. When the police fail him and the clock begins ticking, Nate is forced into action, using the one trait he always hated as his greatest weapon. What follows is a blend of comedic chaos and intense action, as Nate discovers he can plow through gunfights, fistfights, and life-or-death situations with almost reckless confidence. But pain or no pain, every injury still counts. And the more he pushes himself, the closer he inches toward total physical collapse.
Black bag.
Right.
At number 5 is Black Bag, directed by the legendary Steven Soderbergh, and this one dives deep into the shadows of international espionage. George Woodhouse and his wife Catherine are two of the greatest intelligence agents ever produced by their agencies. Together, they're unstoppable. Partners in the field, partners in life. But everything collapses when Catherine is suddenly suspected of betraying her country. As spies who've uncovered some of the darkest secrets in global politics, George now finds himself trapped between two worlds, the professional loyalty to his nation and the personal loyalty to the woman he loves. Is Catherine truly a traitor? Or is she being framed by forces powerful enough to rewrite the truth? As George digs deeper, he uncovers a conspiracy that stretches far beyond his imagination, a threat capable of toppling governments and igniting global chaos. Black Bag earns its place for masterful tension, grounded spy action, and emotionally heavy choices. It's one of 2025's smartest thrillers.
I
don't like liars.
Frank Driven. Thanks. That was awesome.
Number 4 takes a break from the intensity with a reboot of one of Hollywood's funniest action franchises, The Naked Gun. Liam Neeson steps into the chaotic shoes of the new police squad leader, a man with a very particular set of skills, none of which seem to involve common sense. The world is in danger, international criminals are on the loose, and only one officer is clumsy enough, unlucky enough, and somehow brave enough to save civilization. This reboot blends outrageous slapstick humor with explosive action set pieces. Expect car chases that go wrong in every possible way, shootouts that defy both physics and logic, and Liam Neeson delivering deadpan comedy like never before. The Naked Gun lands at number 4 for being the funniest and most unpredictable action film of the year. A chaotic good time.
What do you want, little one?
Your ass.
What are you doing?
I'm applying sunscreen. More than twice as likely to develop melanoma as adults.
Can I get a little bit of this?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Cracking into the top 3, we have the long-awaited return of Christian Wolff in The Accountant 2. Ben Affleck reprises his role as the mathematical genius with unmatched tactical combat skills. But this time, the mystery is more personal, more deadly. When an old acquaintance is murdered under mysterious circumstances, a single message is left behind. Find the accountant. This simple clue pulls Wolf into a web of cryptic puzzles, brutal assassins, and a conspiracy designed specifically for someone with his unique skill set. As he follows the trail, each answer only leads to deeper questions and more bloodshed.
We've been gone a long time. We back now.
Coming in at number 2 is Sinners, one of the darkest, most gripping action dramas of the year. The story follows twin brothers who have spent their lives running from their past. After years of crime, violence, and regret, they return home hoping for a fresh start. But the town they left behind has changed, twisted into something far more sinister. A new evil controls the streets, and it's waiting for their return. As the brothers confront this rising darkness, they're forced into a brutal fight for survival. Old enemies rise from the shadows. Hidden sins claw their way back into the light, and the line between justice and vengeance begins to disappear. Sinners is intense, atmospheric, and morally complex. A grounded action film with emotional weight. That's why it sits near the top of this list.
What time is it, Ben?
No.
What time is it, Ben?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna!
Say it!
And finally, at number 1, the biggest action film of 2025 so far, The Fantastic Four: First Steps. Marvel's first family is back with a cosmic-scale adventure that pushes the limits of the superhero genre. This time, the team must defend Earth from the planet-devouring god, Galactus, a being so powerful that entire civilizations tremble at his approach. But Galactus does not come alone. His herald, the Silver Surfer, arrives first, a mysterious figure gliding through the cosmos on a shining board, bringing both warning and doom. As the threat grows, the Fantastic Four must face a challenge unlike anything they've ever encountered. Reed Richards wrestles with the burden of leadership. Sue struggles with the responsibility of protecting the planet. Johnny learns the cost of heroism, and Ben confronts what it truly means to be a monster. And a hero. Family is their greatest strength, but also their greatest vulnerability. Epic CGI, massive battles, emotional stakes, and universe-shaking consequences make the Fantastic Four. First Steps, the clear number 1 pick. This is not just an action film, it's an event. And there you have it, the top 6 best new action movies of 2025 that you can't miss. From cosmic battles to gritty crime sagas, from spy thrillers to hilarious reboots, 2025 is a powerhouse year for action fans. Which movie are you most excited to watch? Let me know. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.